Yes, the Battle of Britain Memorial Trust first approached us, I think it was 2010, and asked us to come up with some ideas for a new visitor and learning centre. And initially their brief was very sketchy, to say the least. It was going to be a very simple building, and it was going to be located in a different position on the site. So we came up with a few ideas, about 3 or 4 different ideas. And eventually we had what was almost a last minute thought to have just a single Spitfire wing for the shape of the building. And we didn't really think the Trust would be interested, but in fact they came back and said yes, they liked that idea, but could they have 2 wings? And eventually they decided they wanted it to be much more central to the actual memorial itself. So we ended up with the shape as it is now, with the double wings, which exactly replicates the shape of a Spitfire on plan. And it's quite central to the memorial, as you can see. So, I mean, one of their key criteria was that they didn't want it to dominate the memorial. It had to sort of complement it and enhance it, but not be too overbearing. And so that's why we've tried to keep it fairly discreet and set back, but nevertheless central to it. One of the main things I wanted to maximise here was the stunning view out across the English Channel, which is such an important part of this building. Partly just because it's a beautiful view, but also because you're looking out over the skies, which were the battlefield, if you like, of the Battle of Britain. So we wanted to have as much glass as possible. It's obviously a very exposed location, and so we had to be absolutely sure that the doors are going to be fully weather tight and able to cope with that. And also I wanted to make sure that the balcony area here, I wanted it to be able to open right up, so we had the full, or as big a width of actual opening as possible. So in all, I think the doors are about 19 metres in length, and the opening section itself is about 7 metres. So it's great when there's lots of people up here in the summer and they can be open right back, and you really sense that you're bringing the outdoors in. So it's worked really well. When I first started looking and searching for curved sliding balcony doors, the only company I could found online was Balcony Systems. So I made some initial inquiries there, and the gentleman I spoke to initially was really helpful, very supportive, gave me lots of technical information, and sent me over drawings and so on, and just generally was very supportive in helping me realise what I was trying to achieve. The contractor actually offered an alternative sliding door system, and we happened to be going up to I think it was the Excel Centre to design exhibition, and there was this other system that was being suggested, and Balcony Systems were both had stands, and we were able to literally compare one product almost next to the other, and the operation of the Balcony Systems one was much smoother, and it was lighter to operate, which was really the key factor for us, because I should have said that was one of the other main factors, is that people had to be able to open these doors fairly readily, not just for building regs, but just from the perspective of older people and so on. If they're too heavy, they wouldn't be any good. So that was very helpful to be able to compare the two. And then also in terms of arranging site visits, Balcony Systems arranged for a visit to another project I think it was in Surrey somewhere. A very impressive house with a large curved sliding door there, which we went to look at, and again it was really good to see that actually in situ and see what it was like in the flesh, as it were, rather than just on a display stand in an exhibition. So no, it was really good. Okay, I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out, and more importantly I think the client is as well. So